The wrestling world is once again draped in sorrow. The lights of the ring may still shine bright, but for many fans around the globe, they now flicker a little dimmer. Robert, Bobby, Horne, the man millions of wrestling fans knew as Sir Mo, one half of the energetic tag team Men on a Mission, has passed away at the age of 58. His death marks the end of a chapter in wrestling history, but the story of his life continues to echo in the hearts of everyone who ever watched him perform. The early journey, a dream born from struggle. Born on April 13, 1967, in North Carolina, Robert Horne was never just another name in the crowd. He was the kind of person who dreamed big even when life offered little. Growing up, he was fascinated by the larger-than-life personalities of wrestling, the lights, the noise, the drama, and, above all, the stories of courage that unfolded between the ropes. By the early 1990s, that dream started turning real. In 1991, he stepped into the professional wrestling scene, bringing with him a spark that would soon become a flame. Those who knew him back then describe him as humble, humorous, and hardworking, a man who believed that success should be shared, not just celebrated. Men on a Mission, the rise of a colorful duo. In 1993, Robert Horne joined forces with Nelson Frazier Jr., known later as Mabel and Viscera, to form one of the most memorable and charismatic tag teams in the World Wrestling Federation, Men on a Mission. Along with their vibrant manager, Oscar, the duo became fan favorites almost overnight. Their purple and gold attire, high-energy entrances, and positive, mission, message made them icons of joy and hope at a time when wrestling was dominated by aggression and darkness. Their goal wasn't just to entertain, it was to uplift audiences, spreading energy and enthusiasm every time they stepped into the ring. In March 1994, that mission reached its peak. Men on a Mission captured the WWF Tag Team Championship, a moment of pure glory that made the crowd erupt in celebration. For Mo, that victory was more than a title, it was validation. It said, "You belong here." Beyond the spotlight, a man of quiet strength. When the cameras turned off, Robert Horne remained the same kind-hearted soul. He didn't let fame consume him. Instead, he chose to help others chase their own dreams. After leaving WWE, Sir Mo continued wrestling on the independent circuit. He trained young athletes, managed wrestling schools, and became a mentor to many who followed in his footsteps. Those who met him often spoke of his generosity and humility. He wasn't just a performer, he was a teacher, a friend, and a man of faith. Even when his health began to decline, he never complained. He simply said, "I've lived my dream, now it's time to help others live theirs." Battles outside the ring, the warrior's pain. In later years, Robert's life took a difficult turn. In 2018, he underwent a kidney transplant, which limited his activity but never his spirit. Then came another storm, COVID-19 in 2022, a battle that sent him to the ICU. Yet every time, he came back fighting. Friends recall that even in the hospital, he would smile and tell the nurses, "I'll be back in the ring soon." That was Sir Mo, determined, resilient, and full of life even in the darkest moments. Unfortunately, fate had other plans. In October 2025, after a severe blood infection and pneumonia, Robert Horne passed away peacefully at the age of 58. His wife and family were by his side, holding his hand as he took his final breath. The wrestling world reacts. The moment the news broke, social media filled with messages of grief and remembrance. WWE officials, former colleagues, and fans from around the world shared their love and memories. Among them, WWE producer Adam Pearce wrote, "Greater than, Bobby was always good to me. Always kind, always smiling. Godspeed, Mo. I appreciate you and the time we shared." Countless other wrestlers echoed that sentiment, describing him as a gentle giant, a man who made locker rooms brighter with his humor and his heart. Wrestling organizations paid tribute by holding moments of silence, playing clips of Men on a Mission's glory days, and remembering the energy that Sir Mo brought to every crowd. Legacy. More than a wrestler, Sir Mo was more than his moves or his matches. He represented unity, positivity, and perseverance. While some wrestlers sought glory in championships, Sir Mo found it in connection with his fans, his friends, and his family. He believed in lifting others up, in turning pain into purpose. Many young wrestlers who trained under him recall that he would tell them, "Greater than, winning doesn't make you great. Helping others win does." Those words, simple, profound, and deeply human, capture who Robert Horne truly was. The man behind the name. Outside the ring, Robert was a devoted husband, father, and mentor. He loved music, good food, and long conversations about life and faith. He often said that wrestling was just one stage, that true success comes from how you live when the show is over. Friends described him as a man who never forgot where he came from, and who carried gratitude in every step. Even as his health declined, he stayed active in community work, helping underprivileged youth find direction and discipline through sports. A symbol of hope, Sir Mo's life reminds us that fame fades, but kindness lasts forever. He came from humble beginnings, conquered the world's biggest wrestling stage, faced illness, and left behind a legacy of courage and compassion. He wasn't just a wrestler who entertained, he was a man who inspired. His story is proof that even when life throws you to the mat, you can rise again, stronger, wiser, and more loving than before. The final farewell. As fans, we remember the purple and gold outfit, the catchy rap entrances, the cheers, and the smiles. But more importantly, we remember the man, the one who made us believe that no dream is too big, no obstacle too high. When the bell rang for the last time, the world didn't just lose a wrestler, it lost a storyteller, a teacher, a friend. So tonight, as we look back at old clips of men on a mission, as we hear that familiar theme music and see Mo dancing beside Mabel, let's smile, not cry. Because Sir Mo wouldn't want tears. He would want laughter, light, and love. He'd want his fans to keep dreaming, keep fighting, and keep believing. The message he leaves behind. Life, like wrestling, is about falling and getting back up. It's about the people we meet, the joy we share, and the mark we leave on others. Sir Mo's mark is deep and eternal. Every fan who ever shouted his name, every young athlete he ever guided, every friend who ever laughed with him, carries a piece of his spirit. He may be gone from this world, but he'll forever live in the stories we tell, the matches we rewatch, and the lives he touched. A tribute in his own words. In one of his last interviews, when asked what message he would give to his fans, he simply said, "Greater than, don't ever stop smiling. Because even when life knocks you down, a smile means you're still in the fight." And that was the heart of Sir Mo, always smiling, always fighting, always shining. Rest easy, champ. Robert, Bobby, Horne, Sir Mo, leaves behind a legacy that can't be measured in wins or titles. He leaves behind a legacy of humanity, strength, and love. As the wrestling community mourns, we also celebrate. Because legends don't die. They live on in every fan who remembers their courage. Rest in peace, Sir Mo. Your mission is complete, but your story will never end.